Hello everybody and welcome back to Spreading Science. My name is Gustavo Herz-Huber. In this video I'm going to talk to you about the silence zone or la zona del silencio in Spanish. This is one of those places that people claim where paranormal activities happen. I made a video a long time ago about the pyramids in Egypt where I explained how they were built, and I also made a video recently about the Bermuda Triangle. In the description below you can find these videos. First of all, I would like to ask you to please give the video a like, share, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and follow me also on Facebook and Instagram. Welcome to this new video. When it comes to conspiracy theories, there's a big difference between some harmless urban legends and a dangerous or potentially threatening belief. Here's two ways to approach the zone of silence, or la zona del silencio, the infamously mystical spot in the Mapimi Biosphere Reserve in Durango, Mexico. On one hand, we could have fun with it and talk about the legends that proliferate, that radio and television signals become scrambled in the area, that compasses refuse to function, or that large people are spotted before disappearing into thin air. Perhaps the most titillating tale is the missile that was launched in the US and mysteriously ended up landing right plop in the middle of the zone of silence, 400 miles or 654 kilometers south of its intended target. No coincidence, some of you might crow, conspiracy! But then there's the far more damaging side of continuing the myth. And let's just establish now that it is, in fact, myth, starting with that missile. True, the missile did somehow land in the area in 1970, but that was where all the trouble began. Instead of being straightforward, the US government hired a group of locals to guard the missile, keeping its location and details a secret while American workers rigged up a complicated system to dig it out. After they left, it seems that somebody decided that advertising the area as a location for strange and unusual happenings was a good way to drum up a little tourism money. The Zone of Silence was born, spurred on by tales on unusual animals, plants, and even some communications from other worlds. To these basic claims have been added every imaginative story and theory that might come to the human mind. Among others, these include abnormal mutations in the flora and fauna in the zone. In general, the plants and animal populations are considered to contain larger and more robust individuals than normal populations outside the reserve. Typically cited are triangular shapes on tortoise shells, the occasional purple coloring of nopal coyotillo, Opuntia violacea, and the large size of human individuals in the zone. An unpublished, unseen, but often cited study also contends that the blood of the inhabitants of the zone is different. The attraction of outer space debris to the vortex of the zone of silence, as evidenced by the Allende meteorite and the strange rocks found in the desert. Small pebbles with desert varnish, an iron manganese coating common in desert environments, are considered to be pieces of meteorites. The zone also has the reputation of being an ancient area with a close connection to the past and future. Hundreds of zoneros come each year to look for fossils, artifacts, meteorites, or anything curious, all of which they take away with them. The rock shops throughout the region also sell geodes, fossils and artifacts from the zone. Extraterrestrial communication from both above and below the desert floor. The vortex and strange magnetic waves are also believed to provide the ideal atmosphere for the reception of outer space communication. Groups of zoneros regularly hold conferences and overnight meetings in the zone, usually in the reserve itself, where they claim to see and hear beings from other worlds. One group, el Centro de Investigación de Antropología Cósmica de la Escuela Filosófica Lumen, or the Research Center of Cosmic Anthropology from the Philosophical School of the Light, believes that an ancient race of Tol, Yellow Maya, the lost civilization of Tulum Balam, live directly below the reserve, that the cerros are really hidden pyramids. This subterranean civilization is called Magneto Zen, or Tierra del Magnetismo. So what's the harm? Considering that most of the people in the area are trying to raise livestock or ranch, having tourists tramping through their land isn't entirely helpful, especially if they're opening gates or fences. The Mapimi Biosphere Reserve also houses a research station that studies the ecology of the area, and that research is hindered by, let's be straight, crazy people looking for aliens, collecting their own samples, leaving trash, and generally showing environmental ignorance is no way to communicate with the other world in the zone of silence. And let's be clear that the researchers actually working in the region have never had problems with radio signals or compasses. Let's settle then on a definition. The Zone of Silence is a made-up mystical area in the Chihuahua Desert, but it's also a physical place that's important to the livelihood of its residents and researchers. As you could see on this video, the silence zone or la zona del silencio is not a mythical place. It's not a place where paranormal things are happening. This is just made up by people trying to make some money out of people who are visiting this zone and claiming to hear things or see paranormal things, but nothing is happening there. If you like the video, please give it a like, share, subscribe to the channel, and follow me also on Facebook and Instagram. This would help me a lot. Thank you very much and see you next time.